But no, seriously, thank you again to Nathan for being a feckin' ledge. Now, it's time for a good walk spoiled. Darn it. No. Like, Damien, you better have this on the Twitch. No! Damien, why is this not on the Twitch list? Alright, so I'm going to talk, so this is now officially a talk show. Remember, friends, make sure your game is added to the Twitch list. You never know when people are going to play it and sing your praises. I got leftover oven pizza. I got water. I'm ready to do this. Alright.
It helps with the allergens and that stale smell out of the air, which is why they've got a nice one right next to the cage. And actually, the office has an air purifier in there as well.
Okie dokie Loki. Damien says, "Oh, I'm sorry that a game that hasn't recouped its Steam fee is on the list." Look, I bought a copy of this, so I can leave a legit review. Always dash, BMG, render distance. All right, let's get this to. Wait, why is it rebelling? This does not want to. Damien! Damien, why do you like this? Damon's saying, meanwhile, on itch.io, it's made over $400. So that shows the difference of people with storefronts. Okay, I mean, Damien, I guess it's one of those things where today we can talk about... I'm just going to bring it onto main screen. Like, we can talk about as much or as little of this as you want to. But it is kind of fascinating that Steam being a much larger platform and at a $2 price point, this hasn't done great, whereas... Is it at pay what you want on itch.io, or is it also $2? I'd be really interested to see what it is. Now, Damien's saying, for those who don't know, this game was made over the course of a week and was released for April Fools. I think, was it Hunter did the trailer as just part of the joke, right? And then it did end up getting released. Also $2 on itch. Interesting. Now, could this be because you do have a very strong presence on itch.io? Like, I used my sister's computer, and she left the raid logged in, and I have to lead a team even though I don't like MMOs. Okay, so Hunter and Alan did the trailer for the itch release, which made them opt into Steam. Now, again, do you think it's because you have a smaller footprint on Steam, or is it because it's just a platform that doesn't quite gel with these humorous, but I'm trying to think how to phrase it. Like, this isn't necessarily a mimetic game because it's not a response to a meme or thing going on. Oh, and Dave was saying that the older sister was a fluke of a game and none of the other ones have done well. Well, so interestingly, that one's not on Steam. Have you considered doing a Steam release for that? I don't, alongside making 2 other games and working with Zalavir and putting up with everything that comes with the territory. Ah, yes, here we are, friends, here we are. Oh, actually, very quickly, I just want to let peeps know that we are now... okay, so, quote tweet. Yeah, let people know that the nightmare has begun. That's reasonable. Yep. Okay. Where were we? I know, okay, but... So, Damien, I've actually been... I hope this doesn't sound weird and creepy now I say it out loud. I've been talking a lot about... I've been talking a lot about your development style and like the conversation that we had at GDC quite a lot recently. The reasons being is I like to get people to not think of independent development as being the sphere of, you know, auteurs and teams like Supergiant. But sometimes it's very hard to put into a concise conversation what it is to be a real indie dev. You know, on that one night at GDC where I kind of felt like I was the bannerman of the Chaos Indies. That was a good night, by the way. Oh no, I broke it! I broke it! I am no longer golfing. I done broke it! I might have to bounce the title very quickly. Gotta be on top of the ball. Okay, there we go. So Damien was saying there's a lot of weird nonsense people in indie spaces like themselves do to survive on like micro grants and cheap games. Got to be on top of the ball. I mean, you know Zalavir's whole conversation about pizza money. Wood, iron, putter. Hold on. Let's grab a 3 wood. There we go. How will you swing? Full send it. Fucking way. Wait. What just happened? Where's me ball? Alright, let's see if we can find where it ended up. Welcome to golf. What did I just break? Alright. Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And Clank, welcome to Damien Crawford's Golfing Experience 2022. Also, so Damien, because you got gifted a sub, you have permission to link to this game, link to your itch.io page. In fact, if you look down at the bottom center of the screen, you got made the Yull. That currently makes you in charge. What will you done with this power? What will you do with this newfound power? What will you done? Hi, I'm what streamer done speak words good like face. The ball is currently on the fairway. What will you use? Let's use an iron. 3. How will you swing? Full send it. Well, okay, with moderation. See, that sounded fine. So, friends, that the link that Damien dropped in there is the link to Damien's itch.io page, which has the majority of their titles on there, and is absolutely worth having a look at. Now, the other thing that we've talked about is kind of like video game identity. Like, I know we joke about it, but, you know, Damien, all of your games have very distinctive names. While I often get them wrong, there's no confusion over which titles are yours. Like, did you actively work to have that identity, or did you just fall into that? Melt it! Melt the loader! Looking around. In this strange blue void. This cloudless beauty. I kind of feel like in Zork, where you decide not to go into the dungeon and just start walking about. Like, what madness have I wrought? Okay, Fred. Okay, I'll update the title. Post interview golf. There we go. Boof. Nailed it. Now, back to the fairway. So Damien says it's the light novel convention of naming where people see on light novels in stores or on the spines, and it's a competitive indie scene. So indie games have a similar issue. I did some similar naming conventions to work around it. Oh, so you mean like in a sea of games with very, very similar names, like light novels, you chose to go the same route, which was just put the whole ass descriptor plus some additional humor elements on them. Okay. Damien goes on to say that they sort of fell into this. Like, they've been working on RPGs for a long time, so found out they were good at working on comedy writing, and leaned into it. Damien was saying, the online market, the names make for a good SEO. Yes, which we learnt about today. I mean, again, not to put all of it on your good self, but I've been talking a lot about like poor naming conventions on games and how it just makes it an absolute fucking nightmare to try and find. I've been picking on, what was it? Oh, yes. Layers of Fears. I've been picking on Layers of Fears quite a bit because, you know, it was a series with a solid naming convention. You know, a feckin' V Rising. Don't name it after something that sounds like a genital condition. Yeah, Damien, that's a very good point. A game like Legend of Dragoon would have a terrible time. You know, Dragon Fighter or something along those lines. Feck it. Wood. One wood. Full. Send it. Is that a pool of water or just red violence? Only time will tell. But no, yeah, Damien, we've talked a lot about this on the show recently of like good games with terrible names, and some of them succeeding despite it. But that's also because, you know, we don't hear about. We will go with a 7 and a moderate swing. Lagmeister. I think I broke something! Lagmeister, there is actually a mech golf game called 100-Foot Robot Golf, narrated by the McElroy brothers, and it is all right. Oh, and Kimball, I mean, you know my feelings on this one, but Hunt Showdown is just such a... It's such a trash title. And yeah, Damien, you're right, like, the failures don't get... The failures don't get coverage. So it puts us in a situation where we don't see people when they really stuff it up. Yeah, here we go. Back of the net, which I think is a thing people say in golf. Putter. Cautious approach. Yay! You cleared this hole in 10 strokes. Current total of the course, 10. I'm golfing! To Baby Gear, Watto and welcome.
BTW. I did find an FMV game demo that coming out next year called Death Trap Dungeon. Choices matter. But it's an FMV game with some kind of narrative.
Death Trap Dungeon, you say? We'll take a quick golfing break to have a look at that, because it doesn't ring a bell. Wait, no. Are you sure it's coming out? Sorry, Death Trap Dungeon came out in 1998. Is there another title with a similar name? And because that one's definitely a... That's definitely more of an action hack and slash. Anyway, sorry. Back to golf. I get the feeling Baby Gears knows something that I don't, and I should start worrying. Oh. We'll use a wood, we'll use a 1, and we'll feckin' punt it! Get to feck! And away we go. I had a feeling, Damien, you knew them, but I didn't want to assume. Oh, Baby Gear. It is lovely to make your acquaintance. If we haven't met, my name's Will. I do this for a living. Not be shit at golf, but just... Wait. How does one play when there is no diagonal? Damien, what have you done to me? Fucking hell. Par 3 my arse. Yeah. Eric, you are correct. Being shit at golf. That's more of a, you know, pro bono thing. Alright. Wood. 1 wood. Ball send it. You're right. Diagonal. Diagonal would make it easy. Diagonals are for cowards. Oh no, Damien, I have fucked up. Yeah, no, this is exactly what they mean by green screen. I'm looking at my feet. I don't know how... Oh, there we go. There we go. Can't believe you've done this. And to the Battleship Squad, how are you doing? I'm sorry I didn't get back to you on the bug report. Everything happens so much. So in theory, that's... Wait, no. In theory... There we go. Alright, I know where we're going now. There we're going. I'm sorry. Loud record scratch noise. Bring it the feck back. Damien made this in RPG Maker. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need some answers. I'm gonna need some answers. Firstly, how? Secondly, why? Hold on, hold on. Okay. So the answer to the question of why was, and I quote, the answer is that if I can't deal with the pain of making it, no one would deal with the pain of playing it. And yet here we are. Also to reiterate, this was made in RPG Maker, MV in a week. Anything is truly possible. Krill, I don't know how to explain to you what is currently happening. Fuck! Potter. Full send it. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm glad we're on a path 5,000. Son of a bad word. You son of a bitch, I'm in. And yeah, Vanderbeest, how are you doing, friend? God darn it! Potter. Full send it. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it! Thank you, thank you. Only 12 strokes on a par 3. Jobs are good'n. Jobs are good'n. The truest form of violence. Putting. I'm not entirely sure how I managed to putt backwards. I assume it's some kind of advanced golfing move, like backspin. That's what my brain was grasping for. The lighting in here makes me look like I'm sunburned. Just tap that egg. Kiss that egg. Actually, one thing I will say, friends, on the subject of kind of like mimetic and comedy games.
The problem with this golf game is there is no windmill. I only play golf when there is a windmill involved.
No windmill, no problem. So, friendos, I just wanted to pop this back up on your radar. So, this is a game called Terrorbane, which I think is an interesting one because it's it's essentially the opposite of what we're looking at here. Now, okay, Terrorbane is a comedy game, certainly, but the comedy is in the idea that it's being made by this self-believed auteur. I've been lucky enough to hang out with Damien, and Damien is an individual that has an ego on them, and is fully aware of the comedy factor of a lot of their games. But sometimes, in dev circles, you can encounter people that are very sure that they are the best at the video games forever and always. We'll send it! Ah, okay, so Damien's adding, to peel back some of the behind the curtain elements. So depending on where you shoot from and what club you use, changes how much variance in the landing. That is fascinating. Wait, is this island where I have to go? God. I just realized this is absolutely an RPG Maker map. Where do these lands go? Damien, why is the flag over here? Damien. I find myself at Mount Flagsmore, having walked across a small ocean. Yeah, where the hell is our endgame Skyblim? Damien says, if you want to see an RPG map, wait / till if you get to hole 17. Don't drink the water. It makes you forget. Now I've got my 5 on my feckin' ballers. Alright, so in theory, I want to go iceberg dead ahead. But there's this little pesky thing called the ocean in the way. But let's risk it for a biscuit. So we'll go 7 wood. Full send it. Is there Damien, I don't want to critique your work, obviously. But why are there 3 different strengths when there's only one that we need? Full send it. My fin! Okay. Iron wedge. Full send it. Aha! Alright, now we're back on that nice fairway. Wood. 3. I'll send it! Damien, have you considered, and I say this with no joke, no hyperbole, have you considered doing developers commentary on this? Because, by the 9, your comments are just glorious. Dave was saying, on this hole is where players learn 2 things. What happens if the ball is in water, and how boring it is to walk a golf course. Dude, I will voice, if you want to write it and don't want to say it, I will voice it for, well, not for free, because that way it gets legal nonsense. I will do it for a crisp dollar bill. Giving some of that like Bennett Foddy style. And actually, BYO Battleship is entirely correct. And I'm sorry I keep forgetting your people name. I am the worst for that. I'm very sorry. But we're saying it's time to give a GDC talk of I made a golf game in RPG Maker. That's it. That's the title. Krill says, this must be that beach that makes you old. I think golf just makes people old. The background noise, it sounds like a lawnmower. That's my laptop fan. You just want to make sure everyone got that that laptop golfing feel. So let's just do a little cheeky chip here. Yeah, for the price of feeding a guinea pig, you too can have the Lord Numpty's voice. See, to BYO Battleship, yes, I am finding the golf ball repeatedly, but that's because of my amazing skills, obviously. I'll send it! And okay, joking aside, like, Damien, I think that's a pretty important thing. Damien is saying that it works this game, and it sends home that you can do sound design for your own indie game on no budget. And, okay, again, I've been making a lot of jokes, but let's be honest. This was a project made in a week by one person. And one of the reasons why I wanted to show this to you all was because, one, it's hilarious. But also, two, like, aside from the RPG Maker engine part, you know, you could make a video game in just a week. Just go for it. I've noticed that my goal is no longer to do well. I'm just very, very, very determined to finish this. Yeah! Cleared it in 12 strokes, going up in the world. The bigger number means better. Oh, no. No. Baby Guy says Damien does know someone who can do a very proper British accent, can be bribed with tea. Well, we have to have a British off. Is this what's going down? Will I have to fight for? No, but joking aside, speakers, they're just microphones in reverse. Clank, why are you like this? No, it's just a lot of the thing that I've encountered has been people's frustration that they're not able to do things to sometimes almost a AAA level, and it's what stops them from really getting stuck into game dev stuff. And when you don't have to... I'll send it! I'm not sorry! When making titles isn't your, you know, your primary income, you can do a lot with this. Ah! The pirates are at it again. That's my feet. Damien was just adding that limitations are something you can work with and can make some things that are really cool. Abso-feckin-lutely. It's trying to get people into the mentality that weird, quirky, strange, brilliantly odd games are as valid, and sometimes a lot more valid, than the gigantosaur, huge project built by 1,000 people. Like some kind of heinous obstacle. Some kind of awful testament to mankind. Looking at you, Grand Theft Auto. Sorry, so Damien, I don't know if you were there chilling and illing earlier, but I was talking about how Rockstar are known for grinding their staff into a fine powder before spitting them into space. Hi-ho, golf ball away! Let's punt it. Wood. Hey, Wood. Oh, send it. Okay, sorry, have a lovely rest of your evening. Thank you kindly for the bits and for getting stuck in with the questions and stuff. It's been real cool of you. So Damien's saying that this is absolutely their primary source of income, but have also had like 9 years of doing this. I mean, that's a good point. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to make light of your achievements. And I understand not everybody can follow your path into video games, but, you know, we're... In a world where Supergiant is considered indie, it can often be very disheartening for people getting into the space that don't have fancy equipment or, you know, 15 years experience. And I just kind of want to... I mean, smash some windows in. But I kind of want to talk more and more about these sorts of titles to give people, I don't know, hope. I guess I just kind of fancy myself as a bit of a... I don't know. I fancy myself as being someone who's able to encourage more people to be in the space, you know? I'm sorry, thank you for the 100. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Damien's adding that making games like Hades or something like that is just not feasible for 99% of people, but also that doesn't mean that the stuff... that doesn't mean that's the only stuff worth doing. Thank you. You can tell I've been using all of my brain to do clever people smart words all day. Alright, ship it up. Iron. Wedge. With moderation. Oh, look at this. Okay, but... Damien Golf speedrun when? Fuck! Take it back. Feck you. Feck you, golf sucks. Oh. No. No. Oh, I have fecked up. Oh. I mean, I technically fecked up, but somehow we brought it back, so that's fine. Damien said one of their friends said they might try to get it into GDQ. That would be fucking glorious. And considering that it is an engine never designed to do what it is, doing all of this glorious nonsense, that's exactly the kind of stuff which you can see like a burgeoning speedrunning community. There's no joke. EnviroBear apparently has a really interesting speedrunning community. Oh, sorry, friends. If you've not heard of EnviroBear, I think initially was a Flash game, got either remade or re-released, where you play a bear getting ready for hibernation. You do so by running over fish in a hatchback to try and eat enough food so that you can sleep, as winter is coming in 4 minutes. Belt it, belt it, belt it! I keep breaking my feet, Damien! Damien, my poor toes are broken! Which way have we got to go? We should bump up that draw distance. like an aggressive first-person version of that Sonic 3 bonus game. Damien says, I want to save my toe, is going to lay off the 7 wood. Do I, though? Do I? I mean, obviously I'm a golfing professional, which means that I have the golf knowledge to golf well. You know, I don't come into your house and tell you how to... Damien... Sorry. It's like I had one nice, sensible interview, and now I'm nothing but, like, Chaos Gremlin energy. Full sound deck! Somehow that feels worse. That is fair. That is fair. Alright, which way are we going? We're not going that way. That's out into the darkness. Oh my. Do a nice little chip me up. Dear my golf ball, you did that on purpose. There we go. Now we can belt it again. Belter loader. Damien says, honestly, it's my type of injury. I laughed at that joke twice. God. Okay, so, bringing it back. So, Damien, you were saying you had a lot of success with Sister's computer game, which I believe we got the link to Damien's itch.io page up here. Was it before? There we go. Oh, okay. Now you all had to look at it. Yes, my older sister left the computer, so I got on and found myself trying to coordinate a raid in a game, and I don't play MMOs. You said that one was kind of like one of your breakaway successes. But like, what would you say aside from that has been kind of like the bread and butter of your dev styly? Oh wow! So that made 4K in 24 hours. Wow. I mean, I'm really fucking happy for you. You know, I'm very much of the I look forward to seeing all my friends do good. And Krill, we were talking about this earlier on, but that's quite a few of Damien's titles have that like isekai naming convention, and I mean, as Damien was saying, it's been a thing to help stand out. Damien was saying that one was an April Fool's game they released in 2021. Rami retweeted about it, and PC Gamer posted an article, so it sold well. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. The Rami effect is real. It's actually one of the things that I'm a little bit jelly about. Like, I'm not a gentleman that wishes I have a huge, huge following, and, you know, knowing Rami, it's a great curse. But, God, if I had the kind of power where I could make my friends' games succeed just by saying something, God, that would be great. BOO Battleship saying everybody's always hoping to be discovered by someone with 100k followers. Very true. Very true. Butter, medium. Fuck. Butter, very small. Butter, medium. Fuck. Yeah, that's gotta be so surreal. Sorry, Damien was saying that it's still wild that Rami has actually played multiple of their games. And it's gotta be such a wonderful feeling. Although, it is one of those things where you see in kind of industry conversations where people are like, oh my god, I love your game. You're like, do you love my game? Or are you saying that because we're talking? The one that I think must be very interesting is Zalavir's Airport for Aliens. Because that game gets into some really heavy topics if you play through it. Beware Battleship says Rami played their game, but because they paid them the $50 consultant. Which, by the way, it's a cracking deal. Vanderby says you need to read the break of the green while putting. Oh, this one's full of holes. Why do I feel like I'm on a Mario Kart track? What is this? What gridlocked madness have you brought me, Damien? Damien, what have you done? What the fuck is this? There are all these weird little trenches. Park Program says they're learning. They just need to actually release the weird things they make. Uh-huh. And the thing is, just do your trailer with the Connect video effect. Just do that. Krill says they should start writing soundtracks for games that don't exist yet. That's not a bad shout. I don't know where the fuck we are. I'm so lost. Go up into the mountains, see if we can somehow get fucking visual. Where's the hole, Damien? Damien, where's the hole? What is wrong with you? But no, Krill, I used to do a thing with some friends a while back where we would make up fake games and then come up with like campaigns and assets and stuff around it. I don't know where we... Okay. Right. So let's start working backwards. So here's the hole. Let's see if we can find how the bloody hell we're going to get here. Vanderbee's like, what if you're already at the hole? I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Okay, so Damien's saying they've run the I wasn't going to make this anyway jam, but the whole point was to make stuff that isn't actually for a game. Interesting. And Krill, getting actual paid work will definitely get in the way of creating fictitious stuff. But you know, we used to come up with fake video games and then try and do like campaigns and stuff for them. It's kind of fascinating. Like my friend would do fake like concept art and key art stuff, and I'd try and come up with like how much it'd be worth, how we'd sell it, all that. Cole said it.
Ah, my knees. I've broken my tiny knees. Oh, Linda pierced my foot on a spike.
I do like that this game is basically a test of endurance. Who's going to give up? Me or the game? Who's going to be the first one to admit defeat? This ball is currently in the waste. What will you use? Wood. 7. I'll send it. This is where I live. I'll beat my toes to death if I have to. I will say the mechanic of having the user's POV turn away from the camera, so as you don't have to show the ball in motion, is fascinating. I'm just gonna keep breaking my own toes. Can't stop me. Can! Ah, Peebles. Alright. Oh, that's fascinating. At the beginning of the game, when you pick left or right-handed, that's the side to which you turn. Interesting. If it's not breaking toes, it's not even trying. Full send it. Full send it. If you're trying to tell me there are other speeds at which to hit a golf ball, I will call you a fool! Okay. So to the BYO Battleship individual, it is lovely to see you and thank you for stopping by, alright? Alright, we'll pelt a wedge. Send it! And Straits, Watto and welcome. Hello, hello. And Vanderbilt, the reason why I was using the 7 wood was because I wasn't able to do the General Grievous style multi-golf wield. So I just have to swing the most brutal that I can. Alright, let's get this putting started. I'll send it! There is no other speed! Please. I have fucked up now. Like I said, it's just an endurance test. Who's going to give up first? The golf or the man? Joke's on you, Damien. I played the club. My dedication to the bit is near fatal. This was the 4th hole and we're already 83 strokes in. Ugh. Wouldn't have any in the way. No. Par 4 my arse. So Vanderbilt is saying in golf, the lower value club is designed to go further than the higher value club. Now, Vanderbilt, you know, I don't like nitpicking people's comments. I don't like deconstructing what people say in chat. But that's just demonstrably false. Big number go further crunch we is one of the core tenets of golf. Big number, big explosion. Mad Flute says, it's a Damien game. Implementation is flexible. Mad Flute, Watto and welcome. Welcome to a good walk spoiled. Lordy, lordy. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, who will break first, the golf game or the golf man? Vanderbeest, like, again, I'm sorry, I don't wanna pick on your comments. And I absolutely don't want to, to call anybody out. But the one word is called the driver because it's not drinking. Ah, it's not hard, Vanderbeest. It's not. Sorry. Damien says, I very much care about accuracy. And then there's the rest, where I just make everybody miserable. I could almost hear a certain level of maniacal cackling. I absolutely did not start using the correct golf club because of anything that Vanderbeest said. Not at all. Nah, it just looks that way. It's just it's coincidence, nothing more. I did realise that I didn't know if this game was going to go into any haunting directions. That's broken! I didn't know if this game was going to go into any like bizarre or haunting directions. Because it struck me that for all I've been talking about Damien's titles, I haven't played as many of them as I should have. Makes me a bad friend. Whoa. Okay, those blue flowers are messing with me. Get that blobby bullshit out of my house. Damien says 1000% I do not blame a single soul for not playing my games. God, it's just... Sometimes it's hard to phrase... Sometimes it's hard to phrase my intent when it comes to discussing games like this because, like, I genuinely think these are very important titles. And, you know, Damien, if things keep going like they're going for you, you know, at some point, like, the greater game sphere is going to become aware, kind of like with other, like, indie friendos that we've got, like, God, it'll reach a point where I won't be able to just bug you and chat about, like, nonsense golf game. Why did you go sideways? Okay. Slicey, slicey, then. Slicey, slicey. Yeah. Like, this feels more like a sadistic puzzle game than anything else. Oh, and Mad Flute, thank you kindly for the follow. Oh, get stuffed in a bin bag. No, sorry, not you, Mad Flute. I should probably introduce myself a little. If we haven't met already, my name's Will. I used to work in games, and I guess whether I do or do not really is a matter of opinion. But these days I stream for a living, and so today we had Nathan Grayson on earlier to talk about like the interactions between like streaming and the game space, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to stream this game for a whole day, so I thought that this would be a perfect little chaos game for a few hours on a Thursday afternoon. Plus I gotta start flexing my brain later because we gotta win a pub quiz. Yeah, we're doing pub quiz. I should probably not be drinking, but I want to win a pub quiz. Pub quiz. Damien says they're pretty easy to bug. Never get too big, they don't have time to see people suffer for their creations. Well, okay. Let's talk about that. I don't know, this isn't like the setup to a bit. Because famously, Beat Takeshi made a game for the Nintendo. The OG NES. And it has karaoke, and it has sadistic game design. It has all sorts of creations completely designed just to feck with you in the most painful way possible. And we've encountered like truly sadistic game design throughout the years. I think kind of Ghosts and Goblins is probably the most famous one, in that it just suddenly turns around and goes, play it all through again. So Lost Flowers, you understand what you're asking me is not just for a Mr. Blobby emote, not just for me to find and pay an artist to make a Mr. Blobby emote, but you're asking me for the tools to rain down Blobby 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 on those to come. How much do you think? Absolute terrors. Sorry. Before we go into kind of like, you know, sadistic game design, like Damien was saying that they had someone drop a few $100s on one of their games just out of support, which they're grateful for, but is also wild. Yo, like, when there's no barrier between you and people supporting what you do, it never stops being weird. Like, in a good way, but... So Damien says there's some very sadistic games. There's some very sadistic games out there. Absolutely. Hope Mine toe the line between pain and humor. Like, they're not trying to go for Bennett Foddy's throne. Yeah. Although, like, Bennett Foddy uses painful concept to say something artistically. You know, I Want to Be the Guy is a game that exists just to make your day more miserable. Oh no, I hit it too hard! Oh no! Give me that wedge! Give me an apple wedge! So I think that's a fair estimation as trying to say something with your titles. Yeah, look at this. Golfing like a pro. Golfing like a pro. Smashing these levels out. Sorry, so jumping back. Like, so far, this game is cohesive and isn't actively sadistic. It's a slog, a challenge, a trial. But it's not actively trying, at least not so far, it's not actively trying to feck with me. You know, like a lot of the more mimetic games, if you're not aware of I Want to Be the Guy, it's basically traditional Mario, but designed to trip you up via your knowledge of the medium. So, for example, if you're playing level 1-1, you know, the iconic little area that teaches you how to jump, if you do as it is designed, as you have been taught to do, some little spikes will pop up and stab you in the feeties. Or there'll be like an invisible ceiling that you'll bump into and then fall down. Phyllis says it's a little like Desert Bus in that way. I mean, I'd need to play through more of this. Desert Bus was designed to be very sadistic. And Desert Bus has, at least to my knowledge, has no end, right? But Desert Bus is sadism. I'm trying to think how to phrase it. It's definitely sadism through endurance. I'm sorry, friends. I am not making a very good point. Damien goes on to say there's a lot of games that try and use sudden things or lack of knowledge or expectations. Damien says, mine are Sisyphean, where you have a goal, but you'll have to be fine with constant effort. Mad Flute was just adding that Desert Bus is just evil to prove a point. Damien likes to make a different sort of pain, and Salem adds that Desert Bus is a political point turned into game mechanics. God, it's still so fascinating that, to my understanding, the Penn and Teller game never finally released. It was just the Desert Bus section that got leaked of it. God. Satan says it was response to Janet Reno questioning instead of violent video games, why don't we make games that are more like real life jobs? So they made Desert Bus. The irony, of course, being is games like Power Wash Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator and things like that are doing really good. To Keiz no Yiba, or Yiba? Sorry, probably butchered that one. Watto and welcome, hello, hello. The response is they'd be like Desert Bus, painfully awful. Okay, Volcanor says for the Penn and Teller's thing, the disc image was released, and it had the majority of the minigames intact. Fascinating. Also, I really like this. Sorry, just Damien saying, this golf game is just 18 holes. No sudden mechanics, no surprises. But, it is the task and trial that people will ask themselves, maybe there's something I could do that's not golf. It's enough. Like, the thing itself is the challenge. And Salen's saying, also, what actually is the game? It's titled, since we're currently playing talk shows and podcasts. Well, I mean, we're talking to Damien, so I'm going to count it. But, so Damien, when's this going to end up on Steam? On Twitch. On Twitch.television. Like, how can I be the premium Damien Crawford Golf Experience streamer when I can't even list the streaming channel? Plus, getting your games on the Twitch listing is always a good one. Yeah, yeah, fine, I'll make it happen. Damien may be bullying us with a game, but we bullied him back. Although, friends, I do want to nip to the loo before we continue. We won't have time to do all 10 holes on stream today. Or maybe we will. Feck it, let's find out. But, yeah, I'll be back in just a second, dear friends, so let me put on some jams in the background. Sorry, bear with me just a second, friends. Yeah. But seriously, this title plus this Final Fantasy music, like, this is just relaxing now. Just sit here, watch the cloud goes by. It's pretty damn good. Alright, I'll be back in just a second, friends. Okay, greetings, sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the beautiful, calming music. You're probably wondering, Will, where were you? You've gone a long time. Start to worry. Maybe your dedication to golf had waned. Maybe you didn't have what it takes. Maybe you didn't have what it takes to be a true golfing master. Well, joke's on you. In the time since I've last seen you, I have graduated top of my golfing class. I have been trained by golfing masters, old and new. I have learnt techniques far beyond that which your meager golfing minds can comprehend. I am the ball and the ball is me. The club is not a tool, but an extension of the self. It's time to fucking golf. Do you want to leave the tunes on? I should turn the BRB needs tea. Oh, should we do this in true reverent golf silence? Away! Damien's like, I'm looking forward to your progress / the loss of your bravado. Did you put any achievements in this? Will you know if I finish this or not? Can I lie to you? I've also noticed the last couple of courses seem to be less Mario Kart Hellscape and more semi-realistic golf course. And I know you're setting me up. I know you're setting me up for pain. Alright. Okay, Damien, joking aside, if you've got time to do so, adding a I finished it achievement. Because I love games like this. I love challenging video games. One of my favourites of all time is Devil Daggers, and there's only one achievement in that game, and it's just for clearing it. That's it. Devil Daggers is for Devil Daggers is for surviving for 500 seconds, and that's it. I'm sorry, Damien. You come on the show. I'm playing your game, and I just keep giving you work. But again, the Final Fantasy tunes work very well. The RPG make a vibe. Sorry! Let's fucking go! Session on Devil Daggers recently, but I've been trying to give my hand more breaks after the neon white incident, so alright, so it's the right way. But it's nice to know it's still there. I don't think anybody in the squad's beaten my time, but at the same point I'm kind of glad, because if they do, that means I'll have to get back into Devil Daggers, and then we're having a bad time. I've still tried to beat your nonsense on Post Void, with no success. But yeah, Post Voids was definitely... something special. It's the no shadows makes it so hard to find stuff. Yeah, Damien, you could have put shadows in, but you didn't. And I respect that. Oh! From the back of the green. Only 11 strokes. Jobs are good. And what did I tell you, Damien? What did I tell you? I was studying the ancient art of golf from the great masters. We're up to hole 10. Friends, we could do this. Only 8 holes. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. This place is a green hellscape. Where am I going? What have you done with my family? Where are they? How fucking big is this course? Where am I supposed to go? This is because I said I could do it, isn't it? Flowers, I just wait for the lava level. Well, so Damien, that does mean that now that you're officially listed, that means we'll have to have a second run of this. But yeah, there's so many things you could have hidden in this game, but you chose not to. You could have been a lot more sadistic. Damien said this is a reoccurring theme on their games. Confidence booster before the ego death. I don't know where I'm going. Golf is a lie. Just getting all confident. Did you just make a hole with no green? Is this just a threat? I feel like I'm trapped in the Windows 95 background. This is what it looks like from the inside. Damien's like, anyone can be sadistic. Few can best me in a battle of patience and stubbornness. Alright, I will say this. If I didn't have to go to a pub quiz tonight, this would be a stream until I drop, because the one thing I have going for me is that I'm very stubborn and very persistent. When people ask me, how are you doing? I often say, not dead, still refusing to, because that's mostly my modus operandi, is I stubbornly refuse to keel over. You owe me a hole, funny man! God, it's just... stubborn force meets immovable object. Just, Damien, I want you to know I read that in pure supervillain voice. Oh, I quite assure you, every hole can be completed. Can you do it? No. When hope fades, spite will do. I realise why you're not fussed about me, but there you are, you piece of shit! Alright, so there's the hole. Now let's see if we can find our way back. Wolfenstein trained me well. If my calculations are correct, I should be walking up on the ball now. is this nightmare scape? Damien, why? Why are you like this? You absolute monster. Right. So we keep punting it dead ahead and then hang a right at some point. Fucking we! Damien's like, oh, you and my parents and everyone else I've met would love to answer the question, why am I like this? Who hurt you? But let it be known, I am not backing down. Belt this across space and time. I'm the fucking Doctor Who of Golf. Alright, now the descent into madness has begun. Okay. Question. The par. Are you able to make those pars? Or is it just a helpful guideline to make you feel bad about yourself later? Alright, we haven't... So we want one more big drive, and then we'll start heading to the right, I think. Also, to those of you in the longship, why don't you stop this? Can you not see what's happening here? Do you not see a person unraveling? Like, surely an intervention is in order. Okay, so this hole teaches the importance of the full send, and also how to discard such useless things as hubris. Golf more, Will. Golf you.
Reactor online.
No!
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Camille, do not encourage this.
Why stop such joyous entertainment?
Ah! Feckin' wee! Camille, thank you for 46 months. How are you doing? Stray's like, I don't think I could intervene. I think that's an available action. That's a very good point. I'm past the point of... God, I'm past the point of help. It's only due to outside influence that I'll have to be dragged away, potentially kicking and screaming. J-Post, I can feel the tinge of it. I can feel the start. There it is! There's the fucking flag! Fucking yeah! Nice try. Lost Flowers like, well, are you sure we weren't supposed to go left? Iron 6. The cautious approach. Mad Flute's like, this is way past any kind of intervention. Damien is way past. Okay, hang on a sec. Mad Flute, in this analogy, is Damien the issue, the substance, or the deliverer? Yeah, I didn't think I'd do it. But here we are. Golf Masters! Witness me! Yeah! Only 14 strokes. Only. This is one of my favourite Mario levels. Okay, hole 11. We could do this. We could do this. Flowers just says, yes. Oh, damn it! Damien says, well, we're all people on a rock in space, hurtling around a ball of fire, and I'm making it go faster. Is that a threat or a promise? It's done caffeine a damage. Yeah, so I think we can just, like, punt it, clean across this horrifying orange nightmare-scape. Does it have, does this have controller support by any means? Is the back of my hand starting to cane from the arrow keys? Yeah, getting my golf brace on. Controllers should work. All right, that'll just help a little bit with hands. I'm getting flashbacks to playing platformers on a keyboard like a kid. I'm even playing fighting games on a keyboard. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I am beyond your powers now. I have become controller user, destroyer of worlds. I think. I don't quite remember who I was before golf. Damien's like, beyond my powers? This isn't even a confidence building hall. This is not the time for hubris building yet. Okay, but have you considered that this could be a narrative game between the golfer and the heinous being of golf? And Mad Flute, that is 100% one of my favorite quotes. In the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and has been widely regarded as a bad move. At some point, friends, it's not a great game, but at some point I really want to spend some time talking to you all about the Starship Titanic, because that's some peak Douglas Adams. Oh, feck! In the tiny little divot. David's like, sure, now I have. In a week of development, I had absolutely no consideration of the narrative outside tedium and the accuracy to the beginner's golf experience. I'm sorry, again, I don't mean to keep putting ideas on people. Oh, fuck! I have a true love for sadistic games, even when I have to battle my own sanity at the same time. When it finally comes out, we will be doing the Ichi zone here on the Longship. And the people just aren't ready. Alright, hole 12, par 3, no hope. Flowers are still waiting on the instant reset lava. Croc's just adding, the par numbers are a lie. Okay, I see you. I see you there, cheeky divots. What a cursed adventure are you taking me on, Green? Are you even part of this? Oh, I see you there. Hiding out. No, but I genuinely have a love of games that present you with a challenge to overcome or a concept to defeat. And it's something I've had a genuine love for quite some time. I don't know if it's the... There are a lot of games out there that ask a lot of you in terms of either like skill or games literacy or reaction speed. And, you know, as I get older, as I destroy my reaction times with gin and late nights, you know, I can't play max rank difficulty FPS shooty gun bang. I don't have that in me anymore. But with stuff like this, I have persistence. I have the art of never giving up. You know, I'm definitely in the don't stop, never stopping category. First time in a course, all pars are false and unachievable. That is a very good point. I mean, as part of the true golfing experience, all par is a lie. For me personally, I got into a lot of roguelikes for this very same reason, but not all, but quite a lot of roguelikes end up being determined based on your luck rather than your perseverance. So like, we were talking about this yesterday alongside Hades, so I love The Binding of Isaac, but The Binding of Isaac for me has reached a point where success or failure is completely dictated based on just the luck that I get thrown. This is the Sisyphean task. This is the boulder getting pushed up. If Sisyphus got Chivas. Sorry, you know what I mean, friends. You know what I mean. Dave was saying, almost none of their games expect much in the way of reflexes. It's more about trying to pass how it functions. Yes. Because, sorry, I've been talking a lot about your titles with people, and one thing that I really liked was, other than, God, the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness was about the last one I can think of, but for a time there was a slew of people that would use RPG or JRPG mechanics as puzzles, and that was something that I was really starting to enjoy. Hell, did you see they re-released the old Flash games? Was it like the Battle Fantasy series, where you just had to win a fight with max rank characters in a system you've never played before? Actually, that's a very dumb thing. I'm going to guess you've played that. But I loved that concept. Because the irony being is that JRPGs quite often push you not into mastery of systems, but into, I don't know, patience, perseverance. There isn't a Final Fantasy game that I have won by, you know, mastering the boss, understanding the mechanics, and using them correctly. Do you know what I did? I fucked off for 40 hours and got swole. I went and got items so vomit-inducingly powerful as to make you question how the economy of this world even functions. God, like, after I ground for so long to get Doom Train in Final Fantasy VIII, like, I'd fought Malbra tentacles left, right, and center. I'd spent 1,000 hours in Triple Triad trying to get the pieces to make this happen. By the time I finally came up against the last boss, it wasn't a fight, it was a massacre. Like, no offense, Time Witch, but you were not fucking ready for me. Alright, hole 13! 18. 5 more holes. Gee, yeah, but let's find the flag first. Yeah. Sorry, Dave was just saying that typically they're games that you could blast through rather than use grand strategy. Yeah. I mean, I also feel like it was like games in the strategy RPG phase would always throw everybody for a loop because that was much harder to do. I feel the reasons why the Shining Force series kind of died in its arse, comparable to like the Fire Emblem series, was Shining Force was very much about learning how to use your units and use their tactics, and Fire Emblem allows you to grind and make unstoppable pairings. Damien says they almost do the inverse in I Have Low Stats, where there's no leveling, but you have 99 characters in most fights, so you can just flatly overwhelm the enemies. Yes, but does that not then become a challenge of like memory and logistics, like remembering everything and what it does? Yeah, imagine trying to pass the rules for Elizabeth Superboss in Persona 3. Now, Persona 3 lent heavily into the sub-grinding, not just in terms of combat, but in terms of, like, social situation. But that's a whole nother kettle of monkeys. I love the Persona games, but I find them incredibly stressful, because you have to manage schoolwork, social life, and video games, and fuck you, I'm already doing that. I'm not doing it very well. I can get 2 or 3. I mean, not schoolwork, but you know what I mean. Blast. This. Shot. Hadouken. And yeah, like Damien, like I said, the last time I encountered that was I think it was the team behind Cthulhu Saves the World who took over for the Rainslick Precipice of Darkness when, whatchamacallit, Hothead ran themselves into the ground. Poor lot. Damien then also goes to say it's also like games like Chrono Cross where you're allowed to run from literally any fight in the game, which is very cool. That's another feature we don't have in enough titles, especially JRPGs. I had to restart Final Fantasy X like 3 times? Yeah, so the first time... God, I'm trying to remember if it was the second or first time where I managed to feck my character builds so drastically as to make it basically soft-locked. Popcorn says Telltale? Lovely. That's a lovely chip, that is. A lovely chip. Let's get putting! Love it, love it, love it. Alright, here we go. Yes! Only 10 strokes. Job's a good one. But no, sorry, the one thing I wanted to touch on is, the thing you'd mentioned a couple of times, I hadn't really discussed it, was that this feels like playing golf for the first time. Nothing makes sense. The pars are bullshit. Why are these things here? What do they do? How do you hit it? I guess a little soft, or just belt it with all your might? Alright. Alright, I can sense what you're doing here. Like, this right here, friends, we're into the, that Damien makes us feel good about being good at golf games. This is the setup. This is the prelude to betrayal. Whoa. Bad golf person. Stop looking up. There's also another thing to be said, and I promise I didn't just, you know, invite you over here to fluff up your ego, but there's also something else to be said for how, yes, you go for isekai titles and long kind of semi-mimetic concepts, but there is an experience, a core experience that you're looking to convey with these, and I think it does that very well. Yeah. This is an exceedingly accurate first-time golfing beginner's experience. Can't do spin, don't know about wind, can't tell distance, or whatever. Alright, so this is definitely a traditional one. This is before something bad happens. But no, I really appreciate that one, and again, if we look back at Getting Over It with Benefodi, like, Bennett puts forward the idea that, you know, a mountain is a mountain because it's difficult to climb. You know, the sense of accomplishment and achievement from video games comes from the difficulty. And if you want to create a true mountain, it has to be hard to climb. You know, if you want to create a sense of accomplishment, finding ways to challenge your user. And it's a hard one to talk about because you never want to alienate people, and you don't want to create situations where, I'm trying to think of a good example. You don't want to create situations where users are alienated, or users are alienated because of their skill level, but at the same time, like, holding on to the crux of what makes your game your game. It's a tricky one, you know. We've seen that, you know, the overdeveloped AAA philosophy is starting to receive a... I think backlash is a bit dramatic, but... Dave was saying that their games are often funny, but never just a joke. Yes. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Getting to play the Looker, holy crud, that game was just fucking funny. And anything that makes fun of Jonathan Blow, I am fine with. Phillips is adding that, unpacking on that, you want to challenge the user, but you need to be able to train them up to take them on that challenge. Oh, God, Phillips goes on to say that Elden Ring's a good example of that one. I mean, certainly so. I'm looking forward to finally getting stuck into it. Once we're done with the class of 2020. But it's certainly more than just a meme. But creating an experience where users get to have that feeling of accomplishment is great. Creating something that seems impossible to struggle through is so much easier said than done. Hey, it is very easy with my professional golf ass to sit here and just say how easy an easy game for babies this is, because of my great skills. Sorry. Damien was adding that they would argue that the Looker is more than just a joke. It's a solid critique and deconstruction of that sort of lofty style of game. That's a good point. I mean, I like the fact that we're getting to a point in games where we can have those kind of like, almost like genre critique games into themselves. Plus, it's up there with Gintama for shows that... Sorry, for pieces of media that will spend 2 hours building up to one terrible joke. Why am I yawning? Oh, God, I'm so sorry, friends. Fucking wee. Just Damien's like, you're yawning because, at its core, golf is very boring. God, it is. The only thing that's worse are people that really want to tell you about golf. But hey, look at it like this. I might be trapped in here with your game, but there are 40 people, 40, who have actively chosen to be here. My pride keeps me locked in this prison of shame. What's your excuse? Oh, fuck you! Wait, hang on. Sir? No rest for the wicked! Baby Guy is saying that their excuse they won't play the game themselves rather than watch others. I mean, if it creates joy... Okay, hole 15, par 3. That's a lot of water. Eric's over here asking the important questions. Pog Program says, since there are no shadows, and we can't tell, how many dimples did you put in a golf ball? What is this oceanic hellscape? Scotty! How goes it, Scotty? Welcome to golf. Scotty, I was going to ask very, very politely, if you would not mind highlighting Nathan's interview for the Twitch playlist, and then that way we can kind of do like just that as an upload and split this golfing chaos. Camille says, I mean, those 40 people don't currently enjoy torturing you. Turned my emotions into a plaything, and I can do nothing about it. Nah, joking aside, like, this is one of those titles where I would stubbornly finish it myself. And I am very, very grateful for your support. I mean, you heard Nathan earlier, like, we're a fucking anomaly. Where the fuck is land? Damien, where is land? There it is. Hey, friends, get you an editor as good as Scotty. Scotty's like, alright, already got it noted to make 2 videos, 2 descriptions, etc. Just waiting for you to finish your stream. I will. After 3 more holes of golf. Ah! That's my golf noise. How do we always end up in water? Like, I often wonder how. I'm actually trying now. I don't know if you've noticed, friends. There is intent. Oh, fuck you, golf! Right. Let's feckin' belt this some more. see this golf ball in Valhalla. And the fledgling golfer is off to a good start. Now we find Overguard's surprising use of technique, extreme cursing, and an unraveling of sanity to truly be part of the golfing experience. Bridget! Do not drive that with a fucking one wood. Come on. Biffed it. Gonna pop this fucking golf ball. Yes! Here we go. Hole 16, par 5. Yeah! Just 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so we're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. Getting close. Which will break first? The golf or the man? Jesus. Whole ass river and everything. The man will break first, says J-Post. And J-Post, I guess a sorry as well, like, thank you all for doing gift subs and stuff today. I know when it comes down to, like, the interview streams, I'm not as chatty with your good selves as I usually am, but, you know, it was a pretty powerful thing to be able to chat with Nathan earlier and just be like, yeah, we don't really have to worry about Twitch ads in our little corner. And I do keep thinking about that. Oh my god. How far does this go? I'm sorry, I didn't realise we'd snuck into Damien Crawford screensaver mode. Alright, there we go. Alright, on the plus side, we know where we are. Oh, of course it's a long one. It's a par 5 after all. 5 what? Base camps? 5 people lost in search of the fucking green? Five cannons. Ah, that's it. That's how many you need to clear to make it there. Watch my descent into madness. God. I almost feel like you could do a... like, understanding how the different courses affect you, could almost do like a Stanley Parable style. At this point, the golfer realised the course was exceedingly long. He had been walking for several days, and he started to realise he'd not eaten or drunk anything since he begun this adventure, yet he did not feel tired or thirsty. Could it be the golfer was trapped in an eternal limbo of hell? Could it be that the magic person from the Carnival Fate that he once run over with his truck was in fact correct, and he was truly cursed? The golfer pushed these thoughts out of their mind, but much was to be done about golf. You shall not beat me, golf! I shall not be golf defeated. I shall not be golf defeated. That's the thing people say, right? Golf defeated. To not be defeated by golf. Sorry, David's saying certain rules need to be hard and fast set. Others are just assumptions that you're given. It's this strange alien landscape. Aquatic horrors must be faced. Oh yeah, no, Lost Flowers. There is no diagonal in this bizarre world that Damien has dropped us into. In this twisted purgatory of a good walk spoiled. There is no diagonal. None. Darn it! Okay. No, I'm not going to be defeated by golf. It's a stupid game for people with too much money. Alright. Alright, shake it off. Shake it off. Okay. Wake it up. Get the blood flowing. Get the blood flowing. Yeah. Yeah, see, this is my golf move. All of you who are not golfers won't understand this. This is how you get psyched up for golf. Obviously, with my max rank golf skills, I wouldn't usually need to do this, but I'm just trying to demonstrate. Yeah, definitely demonstrating. Not just talking shite. Okay, here we go. This is the golf zone of terror. This is the absolute golf. If any golf ball oh, God darn it! Hoisted by my ha-ha! Nice try! Trying to make me make an ass of myself in front of Damien. Nice try. Yeah. And now, having not been made to dab live on the internet, Damien will never know how uncool I am. We'll continue assuming that I'm a cool golf person that knows golf. Oh, God darn it! Struck from the sidelines. I was just about to demonstrate the zone of absolute golf, which not a lot of people know, that when you master the 10-gram style of golf, if a ball comes in a certain circle, it's guaranteed you'll be able to hit it. Darn it, J-Post. Hoppacha! Can't believe you've done this. Alright, back to the green. We've had our re-energizing golf break. Damien, just brilliantly, the truth of humanity is that no one is truly cool. That's the great truth of it all. Everyone is a massive dork. Especially me. You know what? When you think about it, it's only the individuals in gaming that start believing themselves to be cool, where things really start to go sideways. Kind of like believing your own hype. Sorry, Crux just saying that they had the points to counter. Just think it was worth doing. I know how to make fart sounds with my hands, and I am not above doing it in the elevator. I will always crop dust first class when I get on a plane. Like, even though never trust a fart, especially when you're walking, it's at this point, it's kind of like a tradition. Strange is like, I so rarely get to counter, I must take advantage of the opportunity. That's understandable. River's defending the house. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Another golf sinks the ball. Shit. Oh, good. God darn it. Damien, why did you basically remake Final Doom in golf? The fuck am I looking at here? What have you done? Oh, fuck me running. This is like you remade bloody Morrowind in fucking golf. I can't even tell how far I'm going. It's the environment. Okay, so Damien says the first 3D game they made in RPG Maker was a first-person dungeon crawling roguelike, and this harkens back to that. Someone told you might be actually sadistic. Has anyone brought this topic up with you? Enjoy playing SMT Golf Edition. Alright, friends, this is the point we find out if my claims of having been a Wolfenstein 3D kid pay off. Because I gotta keep in mind where the ball is. Because in theory, it's back that way and to the right, in theory. But I've been wrong before, and I may be wrong again. Damien's like, people have brought it up. Don't feel the need to comment on it just yet. Play the golf, the whole golf, and nothing but the golf. Jesus. Right, I found water and an orangey hell desert. There it is. Okay. So in theory, the ball is this way and to the right. Fuck. Maybe. Yes, we found the exit to the golf maze. Now we need to re-find the golf. Amos is looking at me with eyes that say, "Father, why are you doing this? Why do you ignore your own children to play this fucking golf abomination?" Yo, do we know when the pub quiz is kicking off? How much golf time do I have? If it wasn't for the tippity-tappity of little feet, I wouldn't even know where we are right now. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Where are we? Cryostix, good evening, Watto, and welcome. Amos, what do you need, baby boy? Okay, Amos, you're a scent hound. We need you to find the golf ball for me. Alright? need to just smell golf. Damien's Purgatory. Golf not. Yes, ye be golfed. Shit, I think I've lost track of where I am. You sadistic son of a bitch. Track me in there! Oh, you're fine, baby boy. You've made one fatal mistake, Damien. You've given me trees. Baby boy, you're okay. What are you whinging about? What are you whinging about? Not you lot, I'm talking dog. Yes. Full send it. Purgatory Dungeoneer Golf Edition. Welcome to the land of infinite golf. Where's my golf ball? Damien! You will answer for your crimes. Where's the golf ball? Can you find a 4x4 ball underneath the pixels of all those? Oh no. Amos, come help me with golf. My lad. My golfing son. That's right, Damien. You can take the boy out of QA, but you can't take the QA out of the boy. I'll do it. I tried to cheat your maze, and I feel I'm paying for it most severely. How much deviation can there be? Fiona. Damien's hurting me.
Huh?
I want to report a crime in action. Damien's hurting me. Wow, no sympathy? Nothing? Could be under one of the trees, it could be beyond them. No, I was 2 holes away from glory! Alright, nobody respond to that. Ha! You son of a bitch! Yes! No, you know what? So first things first, I'm gonna chip it out. Damien's like, I warned you, Will. I consume egos like the elderly consume hard candies. Cautious approach. Wedge it out, look at that, back of the net. Alright. Physics be damned. Full send it! Ah! And thus begins my reign as Golf Lord. You may have broken me down, Damien, but I will build myself back up. Like that Iron Guy in that film, Iron Guy. In a bright green cave and a violent golf course, I shall reconstruct myself. I'm at one with the trees now. The trees will guide my way. Trees will never betray me. An eerie silence falls upon the crowd. Is there even a crowd? Has madness ensued? Like, this is the point where you drop the shoe. This is the point where you have your developer's commentary. And friends, please, this game is $2 on Steam. You can gift this to anyone. You can make them feel what I feel. Because, in truth, Damien isn't a sadist. Damien's an artist. He merely made this golf course and put it forth. But we inflict this upon ourselves. The truth is, this isn't an act of sadism, but this is masochism. And again, no one's having an intervention here. You can inflict this upon anyone. Yes, David says, give my games to your enemies. Watch them unravel. Because, like, now, I'm starting to worry, because the trees were my safety bet, right? But we should have hit more stuff by now. Let us continue. Sorry, my brain was like, what if we accidentally turn the Damien Crawford golfing experience... What if we accidentally turn it into, like, the next Bad Rats? Like, does anyone... Okay, and this is no joke. Has anyone met the creator of Bad Rats? Because imagine becoming that. You know, the mimetic game of nonsense. The trees were your safety, says Damien, but you forget. They work for me. Alright, I know the hole was near trees. So I just gotta keep going. I just gotta keep going. The music stopped. I didn't realize how much of a safety blanket it was giving me until it was taken away. But no, I don't mean to diss on, you know, Bad Rats as a game. I've not played a large amount. Yes! Baby boy, you're okay. Here we go. Damien always ensures the trees don't leave you alone. Are we at that point? But no, Bad Rat's becoming kind of a mimetic title by virtue of being the thing you just send to people, I find kind of fascinating. And, I mean, that person's probably made a large amount of money from it. So, like, props to him. Amos has very important things to add about Bad Rats. Got to the point where I accidentally punt it with a feckin' driver and then lose it forever. Look, Damien, I have to get to a pub quiz. I am not above using my knowledge. Da 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 da. It only took me 21 shots to make it to the hole. Here we go. Hole 18. Path 3. Cryosticks, I think you should absolutely send this game to Jack Nicholas. If only for the bizarre confusion it would cause. And the final level's actually nice. It's actually calm. We did it! You know what? I'm going to spend $2. I'm sending this to Floydo after we're done. And I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just going to say, Dan, I sent you a game. Sent you a game. That's it. Okay. Sorry, Dave was saying it's intentional that trees are the border for the entire game, so people might think of a potential shortcut in the big holes like that. Fascinating. It's legit fascinating. David says, as someone who watched golf as a kid, it would be very surreal to become known in golfing. Alright, let's get to putting. Here we go. This could be it. Oh, fuck you! Really? Fucking really? One of these days, Damien, we are going to have golf words. I flit between wanting to actually talk about like the artistic effect of games like this and just wanting to spit golf curses. I don't blame you.
Stop that incessant clicking.
But I blame golf. And J-Post, thank you for gifting a sub to Cryosticks. Damien's reign as Jarl has come to an end. And so begins the reign of Cryosticks. Just gotta make sure my concentration doesn't wax too much. So that I don't accidentally end up belting this with like a feckin' 14 strokes. Congratulations! You cleared this course in 246 strokes. Current record on this course, 246 strokes. Want to play again? No. Thank you for playing! I successfully survived Damien Crawford's golfing experience. But at what cost? At what cost? You're right, now I know what it means to golf. God. Like, friends, you know I'm very careful with Longshipian funds, and you know, that I do not faff around or meme lightly, but Actually, Lost Flowers, it's $2.19 with taxes. Okay, okay. Both DJ and Floydo now have a copy of Damien Crawford's Golfing Experience 2021 with the message in all caps that just says attack and dethrone golf. Seriously though, Damien, if you do attack and dethrone golf t-shirts, I will buy them. Just so you know. Okay, let's get some tunes. Okay, so joking aside, Damien, that was ridiculous and challenging, and I think I started to kind of see my own mind gently unravel towards the end there. But that was a lot of fun. And the thing is, like, if you ever decide to do like an ARG type game like Pony Island, or if you ever decide to come back to it and add some incredibly like soft voice golf commentary or what have you, God, yeah. Lost Flowers, you can absolutely request a Steam link. Also, for those of you that won't be picking it up, please throw this on wishlist. Give it a follow. That will give it a bump. And if only so more people can see Hunter dressed as a golf commentator completely unravel. Yeah, so Damien, thank you for joining us today on this one. I'd also like to make a request of you, dear friends. Upcoming Purgatory Dungeoneer is Damien's next game, which is being published by Zalamir. So one friendo is working with another friendo, and you know, we Longshipians, we look after each other. Purgatory Dungeoneer will not be a torturous misery of a golf jaunt destroyed, but will be a very different kind of game. Which I'm failing to explain right now because my brain is complete. Okay, also, it's called Purgatory Dungeoneer, aka my grandpa died and all he left me was this one dungeon in Purgatory filled with nihilistic adventurers. The chaos beasts that are Damien and Zalavir have come together to form whatever that game is. The people aren't ready, but will be. But no, seriously, Damien, thank you so much for making these titles, joining us today. I'd love to have you on the show for an interview in a future Thursday, if that's alright, because I know I kind of scratched a little bit at it, but I definitely wasn't batting for 1,000 today, and I'd really like to hear more about your journey, you know, of like the 9 years it's taken you to get to this point, because, you know, here's the weird thing. You're doing what everyone hopes to be doing right now. Nobody wants to join Blizzard. Nobody wants to grind and join a huge AAA studio. People want to be able to make the games they wish to and be able to make a living off of that. You're doing it. You are, in a sense, living the video game dream. And that's pretty cool. And I'd love to hear more about that story. But the Derek Zoolander teams who can't trivia good and want to learn to do other fun stuff too have to ride again as we have a pub quiz to win. So I'm going to be rolling credits in just a second and I'll find some lovely people to crash into. Yeah. Okay, so Damien, I'll hit you up for a Thursday. Get back into our industry interviews, get back chatting with friends. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Thank you again to Nathan for joining us earlier. That was bloody marvellous of him. And yeah, what a cracking day. Friendos, just as a heads up, the new update for Sea of Thieves is out. Get that downloaded. We're going to have to crowbar Fiona off the PC. And go from there. Right. Friends, let me roll credits, and then let us... I'm unraveling. Congratulations, Damien, you broke a man this day. Also, it's now live? Oh, that's feckin' cool. Damien Crawford's Golfing Experience 2020. Done. Okay, so friends, on top of a wonderful day with great questions and friendos, thank you everybody for chucking in today. As you know, bits to keep us alive. So to Asari Greenfire, Favor 6, Crux, Bacon Avenger, J-Post, Vanderbeast, Rhymes and Moose, all of you, thank you for throwing bits in this very chaotic but brilliantly pithy kind of day. Your moderators today was Caffeine, Lizzie 2 Pound, Rhymes and Moose, and Mad Flute was our new follow person, who I hope we get to talk video games with some more. And to Lizzie Tapow, Mr. Dom Rocks, Park Programs, Lagmeister, Damien, Camille, and Cryostix, whether you were gifted subs so you might avoid the ire of terrible advertising, or whether you were celebrating massive long spree, seriously. Thank you so much. Yeah, and Damien, I am entirely not going to apologise for guilting you into that. Friendos, have yourself a lovely rest of your evening. Tomorrow is going to be Sea of Thieves. We've got Ems and Kyle, and I'm going to see who our additional special guest is. And we're going to go from there. Yeah. Right, you lovely Mother Hubbards. Thank you kindly. Let's see who is up and live. You know what? Let's go see how DJ's doing. Let's go see how DJ's doing. This is one of the people I literally just gifted a copy of this. Yeah, no. We're gonna go say hi to DJ. That's literally one of the people I just gifted a copy of this game to. And yeah, Handlebar, I love that Genesis bass. Right, friendos, have an excellent rest of your evening. Let me on Discord. If you are taking to the seas, feel free to post screenies and stuff in the Chum Bucket, which is our little pirate pub. God, and there's still people sailing the seas. Jeffrey's up. Okay, Fiona's about to get stolen, but... Right. I'm unraveling. Have an incredible rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow for Sea of Thieves. Fucking we, I guess. What have you done, Golf? What have you done?